As Tirumeni said, we will continue the good work. We will continue to be what he wanted us to be. His love for the church, his love for God is not forgotten, but lives on from one generation to another. I'm reminded of a quote from the great poet Khalil Gibran when he said, "On earth there is no heaven, but there are glimpses of it." And Appa was one of those glimpses that we had of heaven. He was that conduit. I know he meant a lot to everybody. For one human being to mean so much for so many is a near impossibility. But for Alex and me, he was a father first. And like a dutiful son, I used to always trouble him as well, oppose him when I wanted to. That's why I always say, Alex is the apple of his eye and I am the pineapple of his eye. It was in 2009 that we lost Paul. And then it was a crushing blow for Appa as well at that time. I still remember him telling us that the greatest burden that any human being will go in this life is not the death of your parents. It is not the death of your siblings. It is not the death of your grandparents, your uncles, your aunts, your nephews, your nieces, but the death of your own child before you. Appa had changed quite a lot then. He was never the same. But he had the strength to continue. I don't know if I would have the same, but he had the strength to continue. He continued even with more vigor his work for the church, his work for people needy people, underprivileged people, people who need any. There was nobody that he would not say no to. He would always be there for everybody. And today, I am reminded of one prayer. I'm really bad at Malayalam, so I don't know all the prayers, but there is one prayer Kochile nammale padippichittundairunnu. And I want to say that prayer today. Bekurbone baslabo so neskare nullabo hain mam finvaulan kedahaye nehve binayo lalo ho broda logenu ni henun bahaimal kuso dasmayo nangi devam sadi kubul mor dilobar muriora hen melai nubodaren. And you know, for the longest time, I did not know what that prayer meant. It's only during these 40 days that I recollected. And then I chanced upon the meaning of this prayer. So for the benefit of those, I will read it out. Mention we are blessed forebearers, taught they us the truth to see, children of our God to be, Christ's atonement be their stay.
സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിൻ പൊൻകതിരുളയിൽ ഉയർന്നു നിന്നോരഭിമാനം പൂർവപിതാക്കൾ നോമ്പുപവാസാൽ കൺമണി പോൽ പരിപാലിച്ചു പാവന റൂഹായെ നയിക്കൂ സഭയെ തിരുഹിതമതിനാലെ സ്നേഹമമാഴിയിലൊന്നായൊഴുകാ
Fathers, for they are with us in prayer whenever we come to church. He is there, He is amongst us, even now. And I believe in that. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for saying all those lovely words about Appa. Appa പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ എൻ്റെ ദൈവം, എൻ്റെ സഭ, എൻ്റെ രാജ്യം, എൻ്റെ കുടുംബം, എൻ്റെ പ്രസ്ഥാനം. These were his pillars. I do not think there is anybody I have met who was as fearless as he was, only because he knew that God was with him, Parimala Tirumeni was with him. There was nothing, he was unstoppable. He was for us a superhero. Even when we were kids, we would always look at him as this enigma, like he would be there. His presence was always there in the room before he entered the room. I'm sure all of you share the same experiences. We lost, in some ways, two pillars of our family, Paul and Appa. We hadn't finished grieving for Paul before Appa left us as well. But we know that they're looking down upon us right now and will continue to bless us. And as far as the Sabha is concerned, I think should be a day of celebration. For he is there praying for all of us. He has become the conduit between us and God, along with the others. I believe and I can sense that connect. And with that belief, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for being here today. And please keep praying for us. Thank you.